Okay, this is the altos part. Yolanda, can I have my first note, please? Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Now I'm going to stop right here, altos, because the next part I'm going to do is the verse. There are two verses to the song. Now the altos typically don't sing the song, but if I'm planning to have leaders for the first and second verse. There are two verses, so verses 1 and 2. And if you feel like you would like to try the lead, I'm going to go ahead and sing it for you so that you can learn it. And we will go from there. Let me know if you'd like to try the lead. And like I said, we will go from there. So now I'm going to start. We've sang the chorus, and I'm going to start with verse 1. Yolanda, can I have my note, please? I would not be a sinner. I'll tell you the reason why. I'm afraid my Lord might call my name, and I wouldn't be ready to die. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Verse 2. I would not be a backslider. I'll tell you the reason why. I'm afraid my Lord might call my name, and I wouldn't be ready to die. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. In a weary land, in a weary land, in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Has he ever made a way when you didn't have a dime? Has he ever stepped in just right on time? Has he ever picked you up when you were down? Has he ever placed your feet on solid ground? Then you know he is a rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. Then you know he is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Now this last part, altos, it's like a round, but each voice is singing something different. So the sopranos are going to start off, so there is a pause or a rest before you and the tenors come in. The altos and the tenors will come in at the same time. However, you won't be singing the same part nor saying the same words. So it's very important when you get to this part that you know your part. You have to commit it to memory. Okay, Yolanda, can I have the first note on this last part? Okay, so there's a pause. Jesus is a rock, and he is my shelter in the time of storm. Yes, in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Let's do that one more time. There's a rest. Jesus is a rock, and he is my shelter in the time of storm. Yes, in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Happy practicing, altos. Thank you so much for your time. Our recipe for success: 30 committed people, 1 hour per week personal rehearsal time, Commit to memory the lyrics. Commit to memory your parts. God bless you.